Richard Hart. Genius.
Legendary.
The arrogant bit of a narcissist.
The benevolent king.
$250,000. Hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life. Whatever the governments have been doing, it's not worked out. You've never had worse interest rates. Your money has never been worth less. And the only thing that's making it better is cryptocurrency.
Crypto is money without governments, and it is money without banks.
You're not going to meet another product like this as long as you live. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to look for some fraud this morning?
They are promising 40% annual return.
Everything I have worked for is staked in Hex.
Good. I put it all in.
All what?
All of our house money.
No, I don't think that it's a scam. Because I trust Richard Hart.
If ultimately this is all a big performance art project, people are gonna get fucked.
So that means I should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you get the crap scammed out of you.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Hex Token Channel. Your host Superman in the house, and we are here. Never fear. Every day we do care. Is that almost the rhyme? I don't know. But hey, welcome everybody. Jokes aside, let's get into it. We have got to talk about Pulsechain and everything else. Man, oh man, I don't know if you were on Ethereum, but Ethereum fees are ridiculously high. Every time it does a little baby pump, it goes up like 2%, and the gas fees go up like, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. I mean, it just goes up and away. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, let's get into it. Pulsechain so super cheap. We're going to talk about that later on. Lies beneath in the house there. Hello, how are you today? Very good, of course. The ultimate strategy is Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. 100% on that. We got Sandy Beach in the house. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. And of course, Sandy killing it out there with the fitness, health, and fitness. I love it. I did day 20. Was it day 22 yesterday? I think I'm on day 23 of my walks, 1.25 walks. And I'm trying to pivot, just improving the diet and things like that. And so I've got more work to do. My target is 300 days. So 300 days is where I'm heading. That's pretty much it. All right. Who else have we got here? We got Wookie in the house. Have we? Pulse Souls 1-3 for life. I think you might have a typo on there. Yeah. Pulse Souls for life. Nice one there, Wookie. Expedition as well. What's up, guys? Good to talk about you. Jerry Torres, hi all, good to see you as well. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Pulse Souls later on. I have pretty amazing turnover overnight, so we're going to briefly talk about that. NFTs on Pulsechain. Charity Dunning says, hello, friends. Hey, good to see you, Charity. Archipelago in the house as well. Absolutely killing it on social media. Archipelago's Twitter account. If you're not following Archipelago, definitely follow Archie there. And, of course, Archie, you might want to post your link to your Twitter handle in the chat there so people can follow you. You are absolutely crushing it. With project updates and, of course, NFT updates too. We got Brian in the house, one of our two community leaders, representing. Woo-hoo. Good to see Brian, as always, absolutely doing some amazing education in our Discord. If you want to learn more about Hex, Brian breaks down how T-shares work and all the little information there around hex.com. So if you're looking to start mining Hex with hex.com, get into our Discord, maybe ask Brian to show you through some stuff. He is really amazing at that, so get in there on that one. Vets in Crypto, bang for the win. Hey, Vets in Crypto, good to see you as well. Big hi from Sandy Beach. Who else has jumped in here? We got Brendan as well. Morning, folks. Great payouts today. Yeah, I think you're talking about Pulse Soul NFTs. Man, a huge volume. We're going to get into that later on. Actually, we're going to talk about it before the Hex daily payout. We love to get paid with the old Hex. Astrid Azal, woohoo! Good to see Astrid. Who else there? We got Stake Hex. Thanks me later. Patiz, any thoughts? Very cool DEX aggregator that front runs bots and arbitrage opportunities. Yeah, it does look very, very good. And apparently they programmed a lot of their back end for that. Yeah, it does get rid of the front run bots and generally speaking, gets you a better rate than some of the competitors out there. So yeah, I think Archie did a really nice write up on that on Twitter. So yeah, definitely looks pretty good. What's up, Sue Man? 6X Force 1. Good to see you. And DJ in the house as well. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you, DJ. UFO's in the house there. UFO is here. Yo, Superman. Good to see you. Hedgehog, hit the like button. Definitely smash the like button on the way in. I'm sure some people forget to do that, but definitely just go beep, 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 beep with like the UFO. You can do that. We got the excitement from Mix. Absolutely. We are getting excited here on Pulsechain. It is the early days, right? What we talk about, dollar cost averaging, accumulating, while the prices are like they are at the moment. That's pretty much what you want to do at the beginning of a big chain like Pulsechain. Charity says, wait till the bull. Those gas fees will be hundreds of dollars. I know, on Ethereum. I know. How does Richard Hart often describe Pulsechain? A bit like having another McDonald's or something like that, another fast food on the other side of the road. You got Ethereum on one side, but it's just so clogged up, and the gas fees just get ridiculous for most people who are in the retail level. And so, yeah, Pulsechain is another McDonald's on the other side of the road. Maybe it's even, I don't know, a restaurant, prime ribs, something like that. What else? We got a couple more people in the chat there. Let's have a look. Harry Williams, yo, genuine. Here I am. Good morning, all. Good to see you, Jenny. And I think we're up to date. That's pretty much it. Let's get into it. Let's get up. We got an update from Richard yesterday. Yes, we did. So let's talk about that. And bam, there is Richard's tweet. And of course, today he says, this is from yesterday, gas fees on Pulsechain are 740 times cheaper than Ethereum and 911 times cheaper cheaper to send than Bitcoin. Hex has been working perfectly for 3.68 years. Pulsechain has been working perfectly for 87 days. And of course, there has been 332.5 billion PulseX burned. It has been destroyed forever, and no new PulseX can ever be minted. It's funny that he put that in the tweet, because I put out a tweet just before that, exactly on that topic. So that's pretty cool. Bitcoin is still destroying the environment while Pulsechain is saving it. And of course, the audience and critics love the Ice the Stakes movie. Reviews people have left on Rotten Tomatoes there, and it's got an 8.9 out of 10 on the IMDb so far, which is pretty amazing. It's had 113,000 views on that, which is pretty cool. So big shout out. If you haven't left, by the way, if you haven't left a update on the Rotten Tomatoes, we're going to talk about that next. But that's an update from Richard. That was about 17 hours ago, maybe. So really cool to see Richard tweeting out there about our favorite blockchain, Pulsechains. That was pretty cool. Now that leads us into the Heist of Stakes. We got Robbie Davidson out there crushing it. And of course, how was the Heist of Stakes movie? Here's how to write a verified audience review on Rotten Tomatoes. So I do encourage you to get out there and do that. I'm going to post a link to this tweet here from Robbie. And if you want to leave a review on the Heist of Stakes, if you've actually seen it, and get a review out there. The community, this is where the community plays a huge role. So get out there and do a review. If you qualify to do a review, get one in there as well. If you're on Superman Crypto, that's for you. If you're on Hex Token channel, get it onto that as well. Nice one. If you're new to the channel, by the way, either Superman Crypto or Hex Token channel, hit the subscribe button, smash that bell, feature videos. We're really on a growth path, and particularly on Twitter as well, trying to grow there a big time too. So onwards and upwards as we go. It's just the beginning of Pulsechain, so we must all continue to grow, right? That's the way we go. So that is from Robbie Davidson. And of course, it shows you there, log into Rotten Tomatoes with an email address used to purchase your movie tickets online. Select your star rating, write your review of the Ice the Stakes, hit the post, and RT to spread the word Hex there. So that is kind of cool on the old Rotten Tomatoes. Leave it a review. Very important. Now, the more reviews that get sold out and the more tickets that get sold, the bigger chance of getting an OTT. And what's an OTT? One of the big streamers like Netflix or Disney or something like that to pick up the Heist of Stakes movie for the second phase, what they call the second phase, which is pretty cool. Now that leads us into Kinetics. Kinetics, one of the producers there, co-producers, has been pumping out a lot of stuff. Now, one thing he did put out is the next round of movie theaters this weekend. So that's kind of cool. But before we get to that, let's go back down, because I think he had another post I want to talk about from Kinetics. And hey, look, let's scroll down here. I think it was actually, I can't see it here actually. Any case, what I was going to say, I can't see the tweet here, but he did Heist Stakes did actually, let me look up Let me just look up the highest of stakes because I think I had that on another tweet. So let's go to there. It might be on the highest of stakes that I'm thinking of. So let's go scroll down to the highest of stakes. They've been putting a lot of reviews on their thread about people doing reviews, which is pretty cool. And that includes the economist, or at least the finance professor Lamont Black has been tweeting out. He really loves it. So he obviously had a good time. Kelly Pope as well, the fraud lady, has also been credited there. So they're really enjoying that. I know that Lamont Black, the finance guy, is going to be on Crypto Heartbeat's channel, which is, I think, Crypto and Christians and Crypto or something. That's coming up, I think, either now or very soon. That's coming up as well. One thing I want to talk about was that the box office ratings. The highest of stakes was the 19th biggest movie on box office ratings over the weekend, which is pretty cool. So great news on that. And I think that, not sure if they've made it onto Box Office Mojo, but let's have a quick look to see whether they have or not. Box Office Mojo was pretty cool. And let's see if they've got on there. Not sure if they've come up on the schedule there. Let's have a look at the dailies last weekend. This is the last weekend. See if they've popped up on there. I'm not sure whether they've actually got registered on there. It's a matter of registering. There we are. Highest of stakes. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. It's a good thing I checked it, eh? That was just the luck of the draw. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. So kind of cool. Number 20 it's got here. But apparently they were at number 19, so I'm not sure why there's one rank difference. Their box office tickets, they're 85,000. They have 40 theaters, only 40 theaters. You got to remember that, which is pretty cool. So kind of neat there. That's the highest of stakes. Let's have a look at the total on there. They're on the Box Office Mojo. That's really good, guy, that they're on there. That's really neat. And this is only the first weekend too, so it's kind of neat there as well. So that's kind of bullish for the highest of stakes. I like that. 40 theaters and rank number 20 there. Now, obviously, the more theaters you get, the better. But that is very, very cool. You can see some of the bigger ones like Barbie, Meg 2, The Trench. These just come out. They've got 3,500 to 4,200 theaters. I mean, you're talking about so many more theaters that people get to. But getting to number 20 is really, really cool. It's just below the first Slam Dunk and just above the Flash. The Flash there from Warner Bros. Is that the Flash from the movie that's been out there? Okay, Barry Allen uses speed there. That's the Flash. And what's the one above it? The first Slam Dunk follows 17-year-old Miyagi, who struggles to accomplish his later elder brother's dream of becoming a basketball star. So nice little story there. But that is pretty cool. The highest stakes. Woo! Yeah, Box Office Mojo. So let's look forward to the next weekend coming up as well. So we've got the next weekend there, and I wanted to talk about that since that's, let me just go backwards there. We're going to go out of there and out of there. So Kinetics there had the timetables for this weekend, I guess, coming up. Yeah, this weekend coming up. Showings for the highest of stakes this weekend, family. And, of course, weekend of, I guess that's the 11th of August, Atlanta. They've got all these theaters going on. Austin, Boston, Charleston, Charlotte, Chicago, Corona, Dallas, Denver, Dublin, Houston, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Miami, North Brunswick, Orlando, Portland, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, San Diego, Seattle, Tampa, and Washington, D.C. there, all under the Regal movie theaters there. So that's really cool. And he's had 11,000 views on that. If you want to go see one movie in the weekend, take your friends. The more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. So the highest of stakes this weekend showing, I guess this weekend's movie showings, and you can check that. Now they're also going to the UK, right? So they're going to have international taking soon because they're going to the UK, and so that's coming. If you're in the UK, lucky to you. Now internationally, I'm not sure when that's going to happen. That Hex Token one didn't go through. I'm not sure why that didn't go through, but let me post that one more time. And hopefully that's going to go through. That's only coming up on Superman Crypto. Not sure why it's not showing up on Hex Token. I did post the link there on it's coming up on Superman Crypto, but not on Hex Token there on the studio. So I'm not sure why that is. Yeah, it's okay on there, but not on that one. All right, so not coming up on the highest of stakes, but you can. I'll post the link in the Discord. If you want to jump in the Discord, I will post that in the main general chat. So let me just do that now while we're talking about it. at everyone there, and not everyone Canada. I don't know why I come up everyone Canada. Everyone, yeah. And we'll post that. Bam, that is from Kinetics about the weekend's highest stakes movie. So if you want to join our Discord, the link's in the video description. If you're on Hex Token channel, you'll be able to see that. For some reason, the studio has had a little issue there. All right, that is pretty much that. That is the highest stakes. What else? That is pretty much it. We're going to move into the markets next. And so, yeah, BTC on the move. Price. I see crypto prices pushing higher. We've got BTC at 29,783, up almost 2%. Remember, that's been sitting just over 29,000 for about a week. I think it had one little dip down, but that was about it during that time. So now pushing higher. Now, the stock market didn't do too well today on the banking news. So it seems that crypto likes bad banking news. Bad banking news seems to help the crypto. Interesting relationship there, isn't it? So BTC, $29,781, up 2%. Ether's up 1.6% at 1857. But we're really, we need to get BTC over 30K. We need to get our mini bull run on. We need to get it on. And yeah, so let's fingers crossed on that. The best performer today, it seems like SHIB's up 6% on the old Ethereum. So not bad at all. Right. Now talks, of course, PayPal. PayPal getting a stable coin, bring that on. And of course, they've got, if you look at apparently the code, KDP put that out about the code having freeze buttons. Typically, if you're not agree with the worldview of these tyrants, then they're going to freeze your account, right? So welcome to this. And this is why people got to push back wherever you are around the world. Do what you can to push back because they're looking at totalitarian control in the West. So yeah, we've got to crypto, particularly, especially DeFi is the freedom for the people, right? No banks, no governments. It really is, and they hate it. They hate it because they're trying to control everything. And all these corporate slews, they'll put in freeze codes and stuff like that. So freedom, power to people. Just take that into account with PayPal. We've seen them freeze accounts even under their old digital technology, let alone having stable coins. All right, so that's pretty much it on that one. Let's jump over to Pulsechain, see how Pulsechain's going. Pulsechain is up too. Prices are pushing higher. We haven't had a big rally, but the prices are pushing up higher over the hourly there. We've got quadruple 0577 is the Pulsechain price, up 3.5% on 24-hour basis. We're at 58% of the sacrifice price at the moment for Pulsechain. And that brings us on into Pulsechain price here on the hourly. There's the hourly chart there. So you see we did push high here. We got all the way down to quadruple 05400. Then we got all the way up to almost 6,000 again. And now we're back down to quadruple 05773. A bit of profit taking here. Typically happens after the United States. Also, United States pushes it up. And then I think some of the Aussies must pull this down. I'm just kidding. But that is it seems to happen after that sort of trading time. But anyway, that is Pulsechain. Now, the cool thing is if you want to get access to bring fiat on directly onto Pulsechain. So you want to pick up some CST stablecoin, the first stablecoin native to Pulsechain. Then you can do it through Coast. And of course, Coast is currently operating in the United States, in the UK, Australia, and Canada. Now, if you want to get some, you have to create an account. So I'm going to give you one of a referral link here, and you can get 5,000 weight tokens as well. So 5,000 weight tokens is a bonus for you. And of course, you can pick that up. So let me just post that in there as well. So this is the referral link from our community leader. So you can paste this in and use that until I get my own one, which will be probably in about 3 weeks' time or something like that. So a big shout out there. All right, that is it on that one. If you want to hit that up, kind of cool. That is the link. And thank you very much. Brian posted that Kinetics about the movies coming up. So appreciate that, Brian. Thank you for that. And yeah, that is the link if you want to get some fiat currency directly onto Pulsechain. This is the first one that you can do it on the Coast. And of course, they have two options at the moment. Wire, you can wire money that comes pretty fast. And of course, that's kind of your modern version of your TT or telegraphic transfer. And of course, they also have I forget it again. I forgot it yesterday too. As RCH, is it RCH? ACH, I think it is. So we got that too, which takes a couple of days apparently. So that's pretty much it. And there we are. You'll be supporting Brian too if you use the referral link for the Coast on-ramp there with the invite. So definitely get in there. 5,000 white tokens for you and 5,000 for the referrer there. Pretty cool. Now, obviously, with the couple days, for the ACH, I think it is, you've got a backlog of stablecoins coming in onto the Coast. So we're looking forward to that as well. They will have in phase 2, which I think is going to be the 1st of September. They're going to be opening it up to more countries, like New Zealand, I think is going to be on that list. But they're also going to be adding more features, and I believe debit and credit cards will be added to the payment ability to use those as a source of funds for funding the CST stablecoin. Once the CST stablecoin's on the Pulsechain, you can then go and buy and sell stuff directly. So it is a huge deal for Pulsechain on that front. So big shout out. Now that brings us to PulseX. PulseX at the moment is at quadruple 0179, and that is up 2.14%. So pushed a bit higher there. And that is currently at 17.9% of the sacrifice price. So dramatically down from the sacrifice price. But one pulse at the moment will get you 3.22 PulseX. That's pretty much it. But of course, the talk of the town is the buy and burn at 333 billion. 1.6% of the supply is burned so far. Now, is it updated yesterday? Yeah, it has. So it looks like we've had about another billion burned since yesterday. So nice on that one. All right. So that's kind of cool. What else? We're going to PulseX there. So on the hourly, this is a PulseX chart. So we had a nice little rally. It looks very similar to the Pulsechain. And we've just had a little bit of pullback in the last couple of hours. We're at quadruple 0179. So basically quadruple 018 is where we're at the moment. We did get up to almost quadruple 019, but not quite. Access denied. But we'll give a rocket for that because we've got rockets going on. Let's give a rocket for Pulsechain as well. Let's give rockets. Give rockets wherever you can. Be generous with your rockets. All right. No, jokes aside. We got incentive token there is at $2.72, up 2.25% as well. So is that a better performer? Actually, Pulse is the best performer so far, 2.66%. The ratio is at 47,175 Pulse per one incentive, which is pretty similar to yesterday from memory. We've got 7.6 million incentive tokens in existence. And of course, those are created from PulseX farming. These are the yields on the PulseX farm at the moment. And of course, we're at the end of day 88. Can you believe it? The end of day 88 on Pulsechain. These are the returns. So 114%, 120%, 96%, 116% in the Bridgeton stables and ETH. And then we've got Pulse X 16%, Pulse X Pulse, and then Hex Pulse at 23%. And of course, then the last mile incentive tokens at 87% and 9%. Now, some of the things that are going on here with the incentive token, we've seen that the TYRH protocol has been burning incentive tokens as well as the rest of Richard Heart tokens. But we've also seen third-party protocols like Pulse Rate launch single-sided staking pools. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So they've got pools where you can put incentive token and the yields are pretty attractive. So there are different opportunities there. Other people also, instead of preferring harvesting incentive tokens, are also going to V2 and, of course, going to the farms there and going to the pools, I should say, and you can get there through the info tab. They go to the pools and then they decide to, instead of going to harvest incentive tokens in the main pools there, they would decide to go for more exotic pools perhaps, and they chase LP rewards instead. So you got two options on the old PulseX. One to chase incentive tokens. The other one is to chase LP rewards. Just remember that you have an issue of an impermanent loss or profit. I mean, people don't talk about that, but that's the way it goes. And you got to, do your analysis on the pool. Make sure that it's got the right volume, the right liquidity, all that sort of stuff. And, and remember, you can't claim it. It's the cruise inside your liquidity provision. Need a drink here. Cheers, everybody. So that's pretty much it on that. What else? We're going to have a look at the chart. Let's have a look at the chart. That is the incentive chart there. Let's do the reversal. Have a look at the ratio. And there we are. So we're pretty similar to yesterday, just slightly down as well. Obviously, the pulse ratio to incentive has been shedding, but we're currently around 47 at the moment. So that's kind of cool. Now, question. Will we get single-sided staking pools coming up at some random chance? Obviously, we're waiting for that to come up. I'm not expecting limit orders for some time. At least not directly on PulseX. We may get that on third-party protocols like Portal X, for example, or other protocols. But also the DAO showing up at some stage as well. we'll see when that does. The reason why is because V2 allows you to, get the best of both worlds. You get the stable coins and other stuff bridged over and all that sort of stuff. And it also allows the prices just to go up and down. You don't have such big price walls either on the buy side or sell side. So you get a lot more price discovery on there. So I think that's kind of cool. At least particularly at this stage of the Pulsechain. That's kind of there. Let's jump over to how many we burned. We had 11,000 burned so far to TYRH, so that's kind of cool too. Looking at Hex, we've got PHEX at 1.09 cents at the moment. We've got EHEX at half a penny, and combined that is 1.6 cents for Hex. That's combined price. One PHEX will get you 189 Pulse at the moment, and one PHEX will get you 2.12 EHEX at the moment. So that's Hex on Ethereum. So yeah, up 2.47%. Is that the best performer? No, it's the second best performer of the day. So Pulse is number 1 at the moment. Hex is number 2. Incentive is number 3. Oh no, Pulsechain is now number 3, and Incentive is number 4. There we are, just to change around a little bit there. But that's pretty much it on the charts. Let's go to PHEX here on the daily. That's the PHEX chart there. So looking a little bit better, isn't it, on the old PHEX and the EHEX? Let's look at EHEX here. This is bridged in EHEX, not the EHEX on Ethereum. Same thing, but on a different chain. And that is at half a penny, but it is climbing a little bit there and has been as high as 5,500th of a penny there as well. So that is EHEX and PHEX. Let's look at the ratio between them two. 2.1. So one PHEX will get you 2.1 EHEX at the moment on the old ratio there. The other ratio that's interesting, of course, is the Pulse one. So that's pretty much it on the markets. Let's have a quick look at the validators. Validators at the moment, we've got 37,229 at the end of day 88, which is pretty strong. I don't think we've had a lot coming in the last couple of days. We've had a few little exits there, but pretty much that is amazing results. 37,229 validators, 1.19 trillion. Pulse is staked with validating, which is pretty amazing. That's down just slightly there. It was at 1.2 trillion yesterday and the day before, but that's pretty good. Very, very nice. And of course, it only costs you around $1,857 to become a validator at the moment, which is fantastic. So pretty cool on that. But the big deal today that we're going to talk about is the gas prices. Of course, with the Ethereum prices moving higher, up about 2%, the prices on there have gone through the roof. Now, when I first logged on, this was at 1600x. It's 671x. In other words, that Pulsechain is 671 times cheaper than Ethereum. And when I was logged on, it was 1,600 times cheaper because the swap fees on Ethereum, Uniswap in particular, were $25. At the moment, they're $11.70 to do a swap, 82 cents to send ETH at the moment, and $2.53 to send an ERC20 token. Let's look at Pulsechain. So $11.70 to send to do a swap at the moment on Ethereum, only 2 cents to do it on Pulsechain. So that's fantastic. 82 cents to send ETH, only 1/10 of a penny to send Pulse, a coin, which is crazy. And of course, $2.53 to send an ERC20 token, only 4/10 of a penny to send a PRC20 token equivalence. And of course, look at Bitcoin, even better than Bitcoin, 1,094 times cheaper at Bitcoin. Of course, this moves around a lot, but wow, $1.33 to send some Bitcoin there or more. So pretty much cool. Great news there on the old chain. All right, so that is pretty much it on those. So we're going to jump away from there. Let's go into the Pulsechain projects. Before we do that, let me just head off. Actually, I might go to this chat here, and we're going to go to the Pulsechain projects. But first, before we do that, let's go to the PRC20 discoveries. What is the best performer today? Let's do look by percentages rather than liquidity. Liquidity is typically what I like. We've got Link up 8%, SHIB up 7%. We've got Link up, Link's up pretty decent, 7%. Aave's up 6%. Bitcoin's up 5%. SHIB's up 5% as well. So let's come at some of our leaders there. We've got Wise Token up 4% and ApeCoin up 4% as well. Now, if we do it by liquidity, these are the bigger liquidity pools. Pepe's got the bigger liquidity, and Wrap Bitcoin. So they've both got over 150,000 liquidity. So let's have a look at Pepe first. This is most likely the one that will probably price up a Pulsechain bolts away, get closer to the Ethereum price. And at the moment, it's just sitting down here at the kind of the bottom of the range here at 7 zeros, 1440. That's pretty much the Pepe one. Now you can also get it. There's an NFT that gives you Pepe as well. Was it Pepe on NFT on Pulse or something like that? Wrap Bitcoin, of course, is the other one. $23.46. It's got 154K in liquidity as well. That also is just sort of humming along the bottom here after breaking down from $50. It's at $53 at the moment, and of course being as low as $14 down there. That is pretty much the two top memes. Let's jump away from the memes. The PRC 20s, the top PRC 20s, down to the meme coins. We've got a few new additions to this list, but we got where did the ETH go? This is from 9-inch, which is expected to launch later on this month. And of course, we've got that. It's doing pretty well. It's up 12% again. Let's look at the chart for this one. That is the chart there on the hourly. So it's just ticking away. Got pretty up to $1.65. Got down here to 77 cents. Now at $1.06. So that was a nice little treat for the people in that project. Paul Pleb and Pulse Dodge are also part of 9-inch team. And of course, Paul Pleb is it's up 10% at the moment. And Pulse Dodge there is up 5.6% on those ones. Some of the other ones, of course, Dodge from Jeff Kadakis and TrustSwap is down 8.5% on the top bigger pools. Hex Orange Address, of course, they've been trolling the Hex Token YouTube live in the last 2 days. Is this Hex Orange Address, HOA, posting oranges everywhere. There's oranges everywhere. You probably wake up in your bed and there's oranges there. These guys are just oranges everywhere. That's Abit and his crew, and that is up 1% at the moment. So let's have a look at the price chart of this. I haven't really looked at it, but that is the price chart. It's pretty much moving sideways. But hey, look, they're having fun spreading the word on that one. Ben from BitBoy, that is pretty much flat. Fluffy Slippers is up 5%. We are Pulsechains. This is a new one. There's a little one. So people, just another little project. Saw it on Twitter, but that is up 66% there. But it's pretty small little pool. Paperlorian is up 2% as well. That's pretty much it. And of course, let's talk about Detached Soul, who's one of our community members. He's got a little pool in here too. Detached Soul, that's up 1%. All right, so there we are. Right, let's move over to Pulsechain projects. And of course, this is the main event here in terms of how things are rolling out on Pulsechain with the biggest liquidity pools. Let's go to the best return though. TRH kills it again, 30% on TRH. That thing just won't stop. And of course, there we are. Look at that. Woohoo! New all-time high for TYRH. So congratulations. I know a lot of you are in it. Wow, look at that thing, man. Wow. 003645. Jacob from the BNB pot team. Now, we're looking forward to PulsePot coming onto Pulsechain, but apparently they're waiting for the fetch oracles. Seems like everybody's waiting for the fetch oracles. Liquid Loan's waiting for the fetch oracles. They're the ones putting it out. And of course, PowerSet is waiting for the fetch oracles too. So everyone needs secure price calls. That's why they're waiting. So there we go. We're waiting for PulsePot. That's going to be delayed till that time too. But in any case, TYRH is out. And 0036 all-time high. Congratulations, everybody, on that one. Check out tyrh.io. And of course, there's a number of things on there that you can get airdrops of top tier projects, plus NFTs as well. Pretty nice yield. And of course, this is a dual token system, TRH and the burn token. So there we are. And it's burning RH coins, which is very good. Internet Money there is from Internet Money Wallet, is having a nice little pump as well. This is on the daily, by the way. That's a daily chart. So nice little bounce off the bottom there. It was down at 702,000. Now it's at 70, almost 5,000 again. So looking better on the old Internet Money Wallet there. That's dual token as well. Internet Money and Time Token. Oh, it's actually got more. She's also got the other one, which our Future Token's got that too. All right, so we got Pulse Reflections is up 15. Was it up 20%? That's a reflection coin. Texan Token is up 15%. Let's have a little look at Texan Token. There's Rag to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat, two big influencers in the space. And let's have a look at the auto logs. That is pretty much the price chart there at the moment. It's at 5,668. So just back into support line, actually, back into where it was. So that's pretty much it on there. The first endowment token on the blockchain. Hocus Pocus is up 11.5%. So Hocus Pocus obviously recently launched their Pulse market. So that's with Lit. My Life is Awesome, another influencer in the space. And that currently is at 6 zeros, 8,200, up 11.5%. So a nice little gain there from HOC. That's pretty much it amongst the top, everything that's over 10%. That is, let's have a look by liquidity. Liquidity pools at the moment, TRH is at 300,000. Tetra is at 236,000. Tetra did amazing filling up their pools, and they got more pools coming apparently. So Tetra is one to watch. We might talk a bit more about that another time, but that's up 5%. P-Share from Pulserate. I said to you that incentive token, P-Share or Pulserate, had launched one-sided incentive pools for incentive token, and their prices are doing okay as well. They're up 5%. Beetroot, of course, the privacy hub is up 5% as well. We're expecting more products from them, so they're going to roll out more too. So not bad there. And Time Token is up 10%. These are all the pools that are over $100,000. If we add Daytona's pools together, they're pretty much flat at the moment, but they're not doing too badly either. So that's pretty much some of the leaders there. All right, we've got lots of projects. Look at all these projects and pools. Pretty amazing, right? All right, so that's it. And of course, we're waiting. What is coming up this week? What is coming up this week? Fiat. We're waiting for Fiat, the fork of Aave. We know that it's on mainnet, but it's not publicly available, and we're waiting for that to launch. That's a big project from the PH Universe team. So they've already got their PHUX out, the balancer fork, which is incredible. It's done amazing volume, over 100 million volume. I think it's probably 110 now. Also, that they've got the Fatty portfolio as well, looking for their third DApp to launch, their Fiat fork of Aave on Pulsechain. That's going to be really cool. And then their final one's going to be launching at this stage, maybe at the end of August, maybe, something like that. So that's going to be the fork of GMX, and I think that's going to be a big deal. So we're going to look forward to that with perpetuals and margin trading. So that's sort of the rollout for PH Universe. All right, so kind of cool there. That is the projects. We're going to jump also to NFTs. So NFTs at the moment, we got Beatbox has absolutely crushed it overnight. I mean, we're talking about insane for the NFT market on Pulsechain is still young, still growing. There's probably about at least 15 NFT collections out there that I can tell. Maybe a few more. Maybe there's even more, up to 20. But it's in that sort of ballpark. It's pretty crazy. But Pulse Souls, of course, is one that I've really liked, and I know that Archie in our community really likes it, and quite a few other people have got involved. But I love the artwork, and it's limited. It's not that many of them. It's got the price right limit. There's only not 1,000, plus it's got the right price range. It feels pretty good. And 45 million. It was actually over 50 million earlier today. 45 million in 24-hour volume in Pulse, which is really great for NFT. It's absolutely crushing. It's number one. So really crushing it on that point of view. And it's really, really neat. The other one that's done pretty well is Pulsechains, of course. I'm going to talk more about that as well in the days ahead. 475,000 in floor value. Recall there, I think MV was recalling it was about 450 on the old mint price and 350 on the whitelist. So 475, the floor is high, and huge volume overnight. So some big pickups there. The big demon number 13 also got sold yesterday, and that was number 3 in the demon rankings, but probably one of the nicer looking ones. And of course, that went for 7 million. So that is the highest pricing sale for a demon on there at the moment, which is amazing. And then we had a couple of gods sold as well. They sold as well overnight. So really, really amazing. But it's not just the high rarities selling. There's a lot of all the different ones are selling. So all the categories are selling, which is pretty amazing. At the moment, there's only one god left on there. That's 5.5 million at the moment. That's the rarest one here. And then, of course, you've got, which is this one here. You've also got some Easter eggs like Will Smith there. And, of course, then you've got lots of I noticed that a lot of these ones here that are popping up. I'm just trying to remember what they're called, actually. Let me have a look at this one. Just forgot the name. Elementals, yeah. A lot of these elementals are popping up now, too, and they look very badass. They look really good. So pretty cool on there. Something for everybody as well. Lots of cool categories. There's 8 categories, and so that's why you see different ones in here. Very cool. 450 humans. So you see a lot of humans. Beasts. I think there's the 200 beasts, something like that. But that's kind of cool too. Of course, I see some cool beasts in there. All right, there's a cool beast there. Look at that one. That looks pretty good. All right, so some good stuff there happening with the NFT space. And of course, you can find all the stuff here on Beatbox Market. I'll post the link in the chat there if you guys want to check it out on the NFT space. Now, the other thing about Pulse Souls is that they're earning 8% in royalties. So everything that turns over in volume every day, you're getting paid Pulse. And of course, you get 2/3 of that. A third goes to the team for marketing and stuff like that. So phase 2 staking is expected to come along too from Pulse Souls, which is kind of cool. So that is pretty much the links. The other thing I was going to say was that some of the other ones there, obviously Pulsechains is still turning over pretty well. Let's have a quick look at that while we're talking about NFTs. It's doing 10.7 million in volume a day, and that's doing pretty well. Now, the mint price was 100,000. Floor price is 95,000 at the moment, but these things keep ticking away at the moment, so which is kind of cool. You can get access to a lot of those. Pretty neat. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so cool. Now, one thing you can do, because there's other markets, there is Hex Toys marketplace, and there's Pulse market from Hocus Pocus. You can, some people are trying to trade, so you can buy cheap on one market and then sell them for higher price on another market. So it just depends on what the turnover and activity on those markets. But we're expecting a lot more coverage by influencers covering NFT markets as we go, because we're still early. And here on Hex Token, we were pretty much first on the block with that. But you're going to see My Life is Awesome. Gerardo's going to be streaming for the first time in like a year or something. Can't remember how long, but it's a long time. And he's got his marketplace Mintra coming out soon. So very, very bullish from that point of view. So a lot of these NFT collections could really pick up the pace with the number of users out there. So we're looking forward to that. But yeah, pretty cool. What else? There's lots of cool things. Post doodles there. There's so many collections now. Really is. So we've got Richie's World there as well, minting out still. Most of these are still minting out. So just remember that. So that is NFTs. We'll probably do more coverage on that another time. That gets us up to where? Hex Daily Stats. Yeah, let's do it. Before we do that, though, in the Hex Daily Stats, we've got waiting for that to come out, day 445. We're going to leave it on the Pulsechain price at the moment. That is Pulse at the moment, quadruple 058. And we're going to get into the chats and catch up with everybody here. Let's see what happened. I'm not sure why I had some studio hiccups there earlier, but we're back on track now. Let's see. Where did we got up to? Did I get up to Astri? I don't know. Yeah, I did. I got Brennan. Great payouts on the Pulse Souls, 100%. Astri in the house as well with the woohoos. Now I did get up to that part. Hexforce 1, what's up, Superman? Good to see Hexforce 1. Always a pleasure. Has landed. We've definitely got up to some of these comments. Where? Wait till the bull it gets fees. Get Ethereum. Yeah, crazy you're out. I definitely got up to that comment too. I think I might have scrolled back a bit too far here. Brennan says, prime rib. Yeah. I don't know if you guys see Rags to Riches. He's off. Sometimes he does live streams just from a restaurant. He's always going to these beautiful restaurants, and he always has these. I guess he's getting. I don't know. Does he get steak? Does he get prime ribs? I don't know, but it's always makes you get hungry every time he goes to this place. He puts his cell phone up and he starts ordering, and it's crazy. That guy's crazy, man. I like you, but you're crazy. You're crazy good. All right, we're Christian in this house as well. Hello, familiar. Good to see you, Mecca. And who else has jumped in there? UFOC has been posting HOS links on Netflix Twitter page. Well done, man. That's what it's all about. Community getting out and spreading the word. Well done on that. That's awesome. Hats off to you as well. Who else jumped in? Blobfish King's in the house. Hey, Blobfish King, representing. Who else has jumped in here? Just scrolling down. Chichi Universal Oneness. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. Yeah, I think everyone's doing pretty well. Brennan has to post in orange there. H orange A. Lyle says Brennan. Very, very good. Hell orange says Chichi Universal. Hey, what's up? We got Pulse Bezos in the house. Good to see you. And Adam Chatwick. PSA about TYRH. Remember that there's a built-in 30% slippage. May need to change your DEX settings to allow it. That's true. That's true. The slippage is used to buy RH coins that are later burned by users. That is true too. Tin Top's in the house there. What's up, Xkins? Good to see you, Tin Top. What's up? Good to see you in the house. Thomas says, Hocus Pocus don't let you sell and buy NFTs yet, right? It's on the Pulse market. You can buy and sell. I'm pretty sure that's activated. But you can check out the Pulse market as well. I will cover I'm going to do probably a proper update video on the NFTs since we've now got three common markets and we've probably got 15 to 20 collections at the moment. So we'll try and do an update on that. I'm pretty sure it's launched fully. Yeah, Tom Boss. We covered it the other day, so and I've been checking it every couple of days. So, well, every day I've checked it. I think that's about. Can I say that I feel so blessed not to be in the only? Oh, wait a minute. Can I blessed that I feel so blessed? Can I say that I feel blessed, so blessed to not only be in the ecosystem, but also to have this extra buying opportunity before the highest stakes hits masses and before we set up new precedent in court for crypto. Nice one there. That's a lovely comment. What else there? Red Bulls in the house there. I apped in at 42. When are we getting back in the back there? Says Bill. Patience. Just patience is the timing there. We got all the big protocols still yet to launch, and apparently it's the Fetch Oracle that's holding them all up. The Fetch Oracle, come on, Fetch Oracle, you can come out, you can launch. It's still going to take, even after it launches, it's going to take a week or two for evaluation, apparently. So it's we're just going to wait for that to come out. With the rate Pulsechains are being bought, will be paying themselves off in no time, says Brennan. Yeah, if they keep turning over like they are with these turnovers, we were pretty happy if we got 10 million, but 50 million in a day, wow. That was quite something. That's for sure. Stephen Hex in the house there. Border Post was fun. Hope you have seen the footage on Twitter or other media. Nice one there, Stephen Hex. I think you're talking about the highest stakes, are you? Is that what you're referring to? Let me know. All right, let's get into it. Day 3945. Hex.com, folks. Check it out in the video description. Mint your own Hex. That's pretty much it. Immutable code. Been running into its 4th year. So we are moving forward here. Day 1345. It is pretty amazing. And of course, there's no middleman. It's just you and the contract and a huge community behind you as well. We got the price there on ETH is, or EHEX as we say. Hex on Ethereum is at 0.0514, so just over half a penny. We got the payout per TC at 6.677 at the moment, which is a pretty good payout there. The share rate is 0. That's 28,985. And the share rate is going up and to the right. It's not coming back for anybody. Earlier pays better. There's 3 main features to mining Hex. Earlier pays better. In other words, the earlier you get it, the better, because you're going to get more shares because share rate's going up. Number 2, longer pays better. You're going to get more bonuses there with your effective bonus. And then, of course, bigger pays better if you can as well. So that's cool, kind of cool. 10% bonus up to 150 million. That's pretty neat too. All right, so that brings us into average mining length, 7.11 years. The APY there is 39.74%, but you remember this APY is for all the T-shares that are in existence that are already mining. They got a lot lower share rate, right? So remember that. That's the average for that. All right, liquidity in the pool, 195 million, I should say. 810,000 is in the pool, and we got $250,000 and 46 ETH. So pretty similar to yesterday is the old liquidity pool. The ownership pool in Hex. So Hex is really easy to understand if you're wondering what is Hex all about. There's a reward pool, and then there's a ownership pool, and the ownership pool is T-shares, and of course they go up and every day depending on people minting T-shares. So you have to buy Hex, and then you mint your T-shares, and when you do that, your Hex gets burned and it disappears. It goes poof, and then you get T-shares in return. When your mining matures, maybe it's in a year's time. Your T-shares will go poof, and then you'll get back the Hex plus the reward that you are expecting to get as well. So it's kind of pretty much it in a very simple way. All right. What else? So we're going to jump over. 9.3% of all Hex is locked on the Ethereum chain. We've got 2.1 million in penalties on the Hex chain. So nice little extra payout for people. Liquidity holders are down 31 and miners are down 2. We're seeing 120,389 miners on the old Ethereum chain. Let's go to the Pulsechain. Pulsechain, of course, the end of day 88. Can you believe it? And of course, the 8th of August there, 2023, the price snapshot there just below 1.1 cent. And of course, we got the payout per TC 6.655. This is what you're really after here. This is the payout that you're going to be getting. That's the kind of the main number there. The share rate up 7 to 28,986. Earlier pays better. And of course, the average mining length 7.02 years. The APY over all the T-shares, 39.03%. We'll go to the change in T-shares. T-shares are down 1,594. We're sitting at 9,893,000 T-shares on the old Pulsechain side. And of course, what else we got going on here? Let's scroll over. 9.48% of all Hex is locked on Pulsechain. We got another big day of penalties, 2.2 million. And of course, we've got liquid holders up 40. And we've got miners on the Pulsechain side up 35 to 123,773. So there's about 3,300 more miners on the old Pulsechain side as compared to Ethereum. So that's the results for today. Hex.com, folks. Check it out in the video description. Do your own research, of course. And there we are. That's pretty cool. We're on day 1346 now for Ethereum, and day 89 is about to start. Day 89. We're almost up to 3 months on the Pulsechain. Can you believe it? It feels really early. Like I say. All right, so that's kind of cool. Let's have a look at the price of Pulse. Up on the alley there. We've got a Hex Token channel pump. Nice one. We're up at quadruple 058. And then we've got a little Pulse Hex pump as well on Hex Token channel. Very nice. And of course, that's looking good. And of course, we're getting some green candles on the alley there as well. Have we on the old PHEX? Yeah, we've got a green candle on the PHEX. Let's look at the alley on the EHEX. We've got a green candle. Yeah, we've got a green candle. So Hex Token channel pump on the alley. We'll bag that. That's pretty much it. All right, on the 24 hours at the moment, TYRH is crushing it, 33.84%. Woohoo! But remember, there are big taxes on the way in and the way out. And of course, if you do stake, there's a 55% tax on that too. So remember that. That's not like the others, the TYRH, but it does burn RH tokens at the moment. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, shall we get back into? I'm going to leave it on the Pulse chart. That is on the hourly. And of course, actually, let's go to the daily here because I just want to look at this Fibonacci. It does look like we bounced off this Fibonacci here at 61.8. So it's kind of cool on the daily on Pulse there. Does that bode well for us in the future? I think so. All right. Who else has jumped in here? We're up to 51 minutes on the hour. I can't believe this live stream is the fastest ever. We don't have any that I'm not aware of any projects launched today. The next one we are expecting to launch is Fiat for Kavave out of the big protocols. But there are a lot of medium and smaller size protocols that we'll be launching soon too. We do our best to try and cover those as we can. What else? Let's jump up the top here. Let me just see it. Brennan says with the rate Pulsechain, yeah, paying off for no time. I think I got up to that. Let's see here. We're going to jump past Wookie because I have no idea what he's saying there. We got Jonah Hickson with the orange, the HOA, and the avocado. Nice one there. I like that. Scoop them into the juicer, says Brian. Yeah, the old oranges. Yeah, you got to have the juices with the oranges there. Wookie says, sadly, the orange we're not organic. We're not organic. Yes. Stephen Hex says we need to find something before the next pump. Says Stephen. Yeah. Just DCA accumulate. That's what you normally do when you've got a big chain launch like Pulsechain. You just accumulate when you can and get more volume at these low prices. That's what you pretty much do. Not financial advice, of course. Do your own research, all that good stuff. But hey, we're back in a winner, I think. It's going to be a lot of fun. Back to you, Super, says Wookie on the news. Thank you very much. I feel that. Don't feel bad, boss. No, nobody really knows what the Wookster is saying. That's hilarious. I think there's going to be a reckoning in the old Discord there. Hey, if you haven't joined our Discord, the link's in the video description. Big shout out if you're watching on Superman Crypto. Big shout out to you. And if don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching in Hex Token, also don't forget to subscribe as well. This is probably going to be my shortest show in a long time, 54 minutes. And of course, we'll probably finish on 55 because it's a good way to go. I hope you guys have enjoyed it though. And as the news flows, we will flow too. In other words, the show might be bigger or smaller depending on what's going on. Oh, Stefan's just given out 5 Hex Token memberships. So definitely get into that, folks. 5 Hex Token memberships. Who's picked that up? Noble Vices, Dan Wednesday, Stefan Hex, Crypto Dan, and Chance Nicely, and Stevie D. So congratulations, all 5 of you. And a special thanks to Stefan there for that too, on the old memberships. Now, sometimes it shows up in my studio and I can post it, but it's not coming up today for some reason. I'm not sure why that is, but they're very cool. Appreciate that. From Stefan there. Nice. Where's Stefan's comment? There you go. Nice one there, Stefan. Appreciate that. Nice, Stefan. Yeah, what great way to finish the live stream as well. And then we've got Tin Toppers in the house as well. Member for 12 months. Now that shows up on my studio. Woo! A big shout out to Tin Top. 12 months. That's 1 year of supporting this channel. Big shout out to Tin Top. Thank you so much for your support. And of course, all the Hex Token channel members. Thank you very much as well. I do appreciate it. If you want to join as a member, hit the join button. We've got Pulsechains, Xskins, and Richard High Club. Just an easy way of supporting the channel. Very, very nice indeed. And so special thanks to Stefan. Hex Token is the man. So Stefan, thank you very much. And of course, a big shout out to Tin Top as well. Very nice, says Brennan. Very nice indeed. Ashley says, cheers, Superman. You're welcome. All right, take care, everybody. Don't forget the Heist Stakes movies coming for the weekend. So you got the links in there. Definitely go check that out. And of course, let's get on the box office, move up the ranks. That'd be pretty cool. The other thing, of course, is Fiat Fork of Aves expected to launch probably still this week. We're still fingers crossed on that. Stay tuned. So we'll see. All right, we got lots of oranges coming in here. Very nice with the oranges. Yeah, I think so. Cheers to Menzies Astri, and we got lots of oranges from Wookie. He's become an orange fanatic. He's an orange fanatic in there. Cheers all, says Stefan. You're welcome too. All right, I'm going to play out the highest stakes one more time. Peace out. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.
Is Richard Hart. Genius.
Legendary.
Arrogant, bit of a narcissist.
The benevolent king.
$250,000. Hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life.
Whatever the governments have been doing, it's not worked out. You've never had worse interest rates. Your money has never been worth less. And the only thing that's making it better is cryptocurrency.
Crypto is money without governments, and it is money without banks.
You're not going to meet another product like this as long as you live. Yes, every scammer in the world is going to tell you something similar.
Good morning, everyone. Are you ready to look for some fraud this morning?
They are promising 40% annual return.
Everything I have worked for is staked in Hex.
Good.
I put it all in.
All what?
All over house money.
No, I don't think that it's a scam. Because I trust Richard Hart.
If ultimately this is all a big performance art project, people are gonna get fucked.
So that
You're
means
lucky it works at
I
all.
should trust you.
Listen, I think you should trust me, but if you get into the habit of trusting people like me, you'll get the crap scammed out of you.